There are two words in the English language that you need to eradicate from your vocabulary. Two words that you should never, ever, ever use. And those two words are "I'll try." "I'll try" is basically a polite way of saying absolutely no. If your work asks you to commit to overtime hours or finishing a project or doing a project and you say you'll try, you're basically telling them to go pound salt. If your family wants you to get sober, clean and sober, and you say you'll try, it'll never work. If your friends ask you to help them with a project, to move, to do something, and all you can come up with is "I'll try to be there," you're not gonna, 9 times out of 10, you won't be there. You need to be committed in life. And when you want to take your life in a new direction, if you want to heal, you want to grow, you want to get sober, you want to start a new business, you can't use words like "I'll try." I'll try the new business. I'll try to get sober. I'll try to heal. It's either a yes or a no. It's either you're committed and you're going all in, or you're not committed at all, and it's just going to be a half-assed attempt. I read, there was things out of so many books I read where I would just take one thing like jumped out at me. And I read the AA Blue Book when I was locked up. And one of the main things that jumped out at me was the line, "Half measures avail us nothing." I mean, that sums up "I'll try" right there. Remember that line, "Half measures avail us nothing." It's either you're all in or you're not, and with recovery, you can't dip your big toe in. It's, that line is telling you, you have to go all in. You can't do things half-assed. And, when you're ready, if you have dreams with no attainable goals, they're simply dreams. Your dreams have to have goals that you can reach along the process. And if you're going to go after your dreams, you have to be committed. You have to be all in. And so take those two words, "I'll try," out of your vocabulary, out of your thought process, out of the way you live. There should be no living a life with the words "I'll try." It has to be all in. I have so many people that reach out to me with addiction issues. And if you're gonna type to me, "I'll try," it's not gonna work. It's gotta be, I got to the point where I was willing to do anything and everything to go in a new direction in life. There was no "I'll try" to go in a new direction. If I went back to the way I had been living, it was gonna be instant death for me. If I got out released from prison and I went back living the life I had been living with an ounce plus of cocaine a week and pain pills and Xanax and bottles of vodka, no way, man. I can't believe I lasted as long as I did ingesting all that. And there's no way I would be able to return to that. So there was no half measures for me. It was a matter of life or death. Somebody just reached out to me recently and said, was it hard for you to heal and to grow and go in a new direction? I'm like, no, because it was really a matter of life or death. If I went backwards to the way I've been, it was going to be a death sentence for me. And that's how you have to look at things, look, some people have come from absolutely hellish environments that they grew up in, and they simply have strived, for complacency and peace and comfort in their life. And that's completely fine if that's what you've strived for and have arrived there. But there's others who are living this life of mediocrity who are unhappy because they're not fulfilled in life. They're not finding a purpose or meaning. And if you're not going to go all in, if you're just going to pussyfoot around, it's never, ever going to work. And you have to decide if you want a life where you're simply surviving or you want a life where you're living. They're two totally different things. I don't want a life where I'm simply surviving anymore. I did that for decades. And, I want a life now where I'm living to the fullest, where I'm wake up energized each morning. I wake up sore as hell from the burpees and the weights that I did the day before. But the minute I wake up, I'm thinking already,